It is our honor to have with us Padma Shri Professor Dr. Mahesh Verma, the chairperson at the National Accreditation Board of Hospitals and Healthcare Providers and the stalwart in Indian dentistry. We sincerely appreciate your presence here, especially on this, considering it a busy schedule. I would now like to request you to speak a few words.
Mr. John Kuriakose, CMD of DentCare, and entire Kuriakose family, baby Kuriakose, Saju Kuriakose, Mrs. Kuriakose, Srijit Somanathan, the national head of DentCare Lab, Melvin, Bhisham Pitama, Dr. Shankar Iyer, all the esteemed colleagues here. First of all, we apologize that we kept you, waiting here. In fact, really feeling so overwhelmed that it's going to be 10 o'clock and we all, waiting for this. But, it really cannot undermine my happiness that I think it was worth the travel. By seeing the gathering here and feel very nice that we are here today to be on this special day and lab day. If I was told that the lab was started in 88, it's 35 years. And so today, when you have a day for yourself, I think it's a great occasion to, also, of course, to celebrate and rejoice, but also, I think, to reflect back how you all started in 1988, and I was told with just about 8-9 of you got together and started as a small lab, and today, I think, probably the biggest, I was told, Melvin was telling me, is more than 4,000, HR you have. That's really phenomenal. I don't think, even in US, I haven't heard that kind of manpower. And without a doubt, I think DentCare today is a numero uno, the number one dental lab in the country. I have had the privilege of visiting lab a couple of years back when I was in Kochi, and I was really bowled over that time. The kind of their strength and the services they were offering. But I think over the years it has been, it has expanded, it has multiplied, and what I feel that the DentCare Lab has been a kind of a trend setter. It has been among the first, kind of a corporatization of the lab, where you have a lab of this setup with the branches all over, because mostly when we think of a lab, we think of a very small kind of a setup and which is serving just a community of professionals. But at such a large scale, grandiose scale, it is really very nice feeling that in our country we have something like this. And I feel that Mr. John Kuriakose, very humble, started also in a very humble way. One of my classmates, Mr. Reggie Matthews, was his very close friend. They were part of the prayer group. So every time I met Reggie, he would always say that, he always talked about you, that how, how well you're doing. And then I think probably it was Reggie who brought me here during one of my trips here. And so today's a lab day. Of course, great reflection, what you have done, how you have reached this far, to remember that. But also, I think, also to make some resolves at what is there in future, what are your strategy, what you call strategic planning, how you go ahead from here, and as young lady said, cutting edge technologies. Thankfully, I always feel that we've been, dental professionals have been very lucky We are very fortunate, in fact, that I think all these technologies have been benefited abundantly at a large scale in dentistry, not so much in medicine. I think we really enjoyed these, we really incorporated these technologies, whether AI, ML or CAD/CAM or whatever. I think it has happened more in dentistry than medicine, and because whenever I come across our medical colleagues, they really feel so nice. Oh, you have play with gizmos and you have so much of high-tech dentistry is really, and I think that has really given a very push and brought the dentistry to a pedestal, where everybody is dentistry has become very aspirational. And you will not believe that when I was in Delhi and we had 4 medical colleges and 1 dental college, and there were a number of students who were being offered medicine, and they would leave medicine and join dentistry. And Dr. Briz Abarwal, his both son and daughter, they were among 50 top of 50 students, and they were being offered Maulana Azad Medical College. They said, no, we want to do dentistry. So dentistry has become aspirational because these technologies, thanks to these technologies. And but obviously, every day we are evolving, there are challenges. So when we plan for future, I think we always have to rethink, redesign, restructure, and what do we do? How do we do it better? I feel that the credibility of a profession rests so much on a lab, isn't it? Because it's always they always say that nobody knows what is under the crown, how the root canal has been done, what has been done. It is only the glitter of that crown and the work which is seen by us and seen also perceived by the patient. So a lot is expected, and I think without their efforts, I think we cannot reach that far. And so for that matter, lab and a clinician, we all know that it's all hand in glove. We go hand in hand, and because we believe in excellence, and that can only happen when we have labs like this. Quality and compromises are enemies, and many a times, this can happen at both levels. So we need to bridge this gap, isn't it? Because we believe in quality today, and quality can be a reflection from a clinical procedure, can also be, the best part is that technologies is making a big impact. And yes, especially the youngsters today, because our profession is largely very young dominated today, and they're very trigger happy. Anything which blinks and beeps, they're very happy doing that. Rather than we all old people, we are still grappling with the technology. Everybody's not like Shankar. So, it's and then on one side is a lab technology, other side is implantology. I think it is implantology, if you really look back, it has given a new avatar, new reincarnation to dentistry. The dentistry is totally renewed today. It's in a new form. In fact, lab technologies and implantology is more like a jugalbandi. It's like a synergy, isn't it? And I think it is really both these things, technologies, whether it is reflected in lab, in procedures, in clinical processes, both. I think it is really all together has really given that push and what I call the punarjanam, the reincarnation to our profession. If you really compare what dentistry we were practicing 20 years back and what we are doing today. So this is a huge phenomenon, and our labs are our great partners. We cannot reach anywhere without them, and I think it is the laboratory and the technology which has given us exceptional achievements, and I feel that labs and technologies are, it's like playing orchestra together, the symphony which we create, clinician, lab, all together. And I don't want to take much of your time. I take this opportunity to wish you all the very best. My only hope that your resolve for the next years is that you must get accreditation done for your lab. There is no provision under NABH to give accreditation to our lab, but we have another arm, NABL, which is the National Accreditation Board for Laboratories, and that includes medical laboratories, but dental laboratories are not included. We are trying our level best to bring NABL under the flagship of NABH. So that should be your next move. Let me also acknowledge Dr. Shankar Iyer. Dr. Shankar Iyer's presence here. As we all know, that Dr. Shankar Iyer has been a friend, a mentor, a guide to all of us, including me. One accidental meeting him, during a conference has really, brought us together so far, and he is like the golden diamond which is slowly uncovered, and the shine and glitter which comes through. And I think all of us who are in this room have a profound appreciation what he has done. And he's not only impacted professional lives of beginners, but also the veterans, including me. I think he is one person who's garnered support and recognition not only in India, but I think all over. We felt very proud when he took over as the president of AID, the sole Indian so far, and we were all there doing Bhangra and Bollywood dances in San Diego at that time. Shankar is one such icon in dentistry, and whom we all look up to. And I know, Shankar, it is very difficult to walk the tightrope when you are a teacher and you are also a clinician and you're also a performer. It's very, you've seen that when we teach in the classroom and we perform as a clinician, the blending is not so easy, but in your education, always I've seen that, you believe in that philosophy. Whatever you've done, I think you've done with a great aplomb, with great impact, great style. I don't respond much on that AID group, but I can feel the pulse. I can always, analyze the emotions and the reflections what everybody has for you. So I also take this opportunity to salute you for all whatever you've done in a very immaculate way, in a very nice way. A kind of influencer on who's left an deep impact on so many of us, not only here but I think all over the world. So thank you, John Kuriakose, and everybody else for giving me this opportunity. I am just one of you. I don't know why everybody waited, but it's such a pleasure. I wish I had gone and seen the lab in today's form, because what I saw was a couple of years back, and as I understand that so much more has been done. But I'm also very happy that they have a setup in Delhi. And when I was in Maulana Azad, I was actively working with the lab and a lot of things. What I like about the lab is that their timeliness, response, and the quality. You see, ultimately, if that is not so, and then very professional way how you do it. So congratulations. It's a big day, Lab Day today, and I wish you all the best for all your future endeavors. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Guinness World Record for the reverse spelling, reverse singing. More than over, he is a close associate of DentCare. And we thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
So I would invite very esteemed Dr. Shankar Iyer, sir, to the dais. He would like to say a few words, after which I shall propose the word of thanks. Please, sir.
Making us all look good. All right? Dr. Verma aptly said that there is a synergy and a symbiosis between dentistry and laboratory. What goes behind the scenes never gets recognized. I've been to several laboratories all over the world. I've seen the finest technician. I was telling him, 𝐿𝐵𝐺𝐵 is a personal friend of mine. And when you climb up, you will get into yachts and private jets and having fun. But he is in a station working tirelessly because the speed of the leader decides the speed of the team. And if he's the first one to go and show up at work, his staff looks at him and he's the role model, which we all should learn. It is something that dentists should learn because he has set the standard so high that you will not see anybody's eye movement off. We took a tour today through 6 floors and everybody was glued to their station, producing some of the finest dentistry anywhere in the world, unmatched. The machinery is par excellence. The talent is unparalleled. The precision is just unimaginable. And the kind of workflow that has been established, it's something that is hard to replicate. You can go in, there is no hidden secret, but nobody can replicate what he has created single-handedly, and the entire team of the Kuriakose family. And his wife smiles all the time and is supporting him throughout. So it is not the success. The success cannot be defined by what you have created, but what you have sustained and what you strive to be a role model for the future generation. Maintain the humility. We bow to your standards. Give it up for Mr. Kuriakose. Right? I think he deserves a standing for making us look good. Absolutely. Thank you, sir. And you have Padma Shri coming down to applaud your efforts and to walk through the aisles and the corridors is something that we are all proud of. I urge you, so who has not gone through the lab? If you have not gone through the lab, I will take you on a personal tour. I know the nook and corner of the laboratory, and it's such a pleasure to, so one thing is to be able to teach. The second is to be able to replicate what we read in textbooks. And this is mind-blowing. It is an education for dentists to look at refining your skills. So before you go out and do those full mouth rehabilitation, go back and learn a simple contract, because you're seeing your crowns blown up 500 times and it is embarrassing. The kind of work that we produce is shameful, right? We need to go back to our basics, refine it, and they mask our imperfections, all right? Anything that we are trying to mask, they are able to do it. And they make us look good. We owe it to them, because when the case looks great, you've done a great job. When the case doesn't come out good, change the laboratory. Look at ourselves. Put your work in the mirror, put it on a big screen, then you'll know where you stand. And that is what makes a dentist and a perfectionist. So we cannot thank you enough. Your entire family deserves an amazing, amazing round of applause. And for you personally, look at how very simple. You have no airs about yourself. And that's what we all want to learn from. You know, it is not how much money you make or how many machines. Each of those machines is $300,000. That alone is a multi-million-dollar facility. You couldn't recognize him if I put him in a crowd. That is humility, simplicity, and a very humble nature that you have borne. So a great example, and we are so proud to be working with you alongside. And no other conference has had a lab day. I don't think even IPS does not have a lab day. So we are really proud. Melvin, great job. What an amazing team you assembled. And For the first time, you are going to be glued in the scientific session. I'll guarantee you that. We assembled some of the finest speakers. You will not have time to take a break. All right, so be ready, sleep well today, so you can come tomorrow fresh, and it is going to be a blast. Thank you, sir.